You see. Then I had to check. When I checked, I wanted briefings, colleagues. How were you working? How are you working?
South Africans, we need to talk about the Madlanga Commission because the internet is doing Olympics level comedy. Oh, listen, while the commission is heavy, our content creators decided that, let us just sprinkle a little humor. Today we are reacting. By the way, for anyone who's been offline, the Madlanga Commission has been trending. Let's watch this.
Page 88. Yes. And because we are now fighting over whether signatures are authentic, on page 90, is that your signature?
Yes, this one is mine.
So you don't have a problem?
No, I don't.
Now let's go back to 88.
But Chair, I don't remember me getting this document, you know.
Now, come on, Commissioner.
No, I want to be honest to you.
Come on, Commissioner.
No, I must be honest to you. Yes, I don't want to buy your face. I don't remember getting a communique around. As I've said that we never communicated formally about Vusmus Madlanga.
No, but on page 90, that's your signature. So you signed the document. You've confirmed that already.
No.
Asidlulela izolo ubufuna idocument yaka public protector, which you say it's the one that clears your name, correct? Do you agree with that document, that letter?
Yes.
Okay. Which one is it? Because there's a letter written 18 December, and there's a letter written 8 May 2022. Which letter are you referring to?
Can I have assisted legal team with my protector report? Chair, isn't it that when I come now, I don't know which questions to expect, and as a result, the documents I have, but I couldn't bring everything here. So some of the documents you may find that I don't have them immediately here, but before I leave here, I have them. There should be one here.
I think into ishizolo leyo uyibheka kanjalo le letter wangayiveza uqeda.
Legal team do we have? But safe to say that the public protector mentioned that I was employed by the city of Joburg and everything was procedural and legitimate, and as a result, there was no issue about my appointment.
I think it's ngaxoxa ngayo ngoba uyayazi indlela ekhuluma ngayo mphathwana. Now that letter, before I ask you a question on that letter, in the SAPS, when one is subjected for vetting, and should that person fail vetting, do you continue to employ that person?
Is the discretion of the commander or the head to say these skills we need. However, this person did not make it through the vetting department, through vetting, but also depending on the sensitivity of the post that you hold. For an example, there are many members who don't have security clearance. Similar case that then Provincial Commissioner doesn't have. Provincial Commissioner Western Cape doesn't have, but yet they deal with sensitive information.
Because the letter le ebhalwe advocate Bosisiwe Mkhwebane, who was then the former public protector, states that at the stage when he was investigating your case and he wrote the letter you are talking about, that clarifies you. He did not have the evidence ephelele. The city of Johannesburg concealed the evidence. Therefore, she came to those findings without this evidence that came there. One, it is the letter that was written by Ubrink speaking about you not passing a competency assessment report. Did you do a competency assessment and did you pass it or you didn't pass it?
I'm not surprised, Honorable, that it is that letter that come from Advocate Bosisiwe Mkhwebane, but Advocate Bosisiwe Mkhwebane was given all the information that she needed when she investigated, because remember her team came, not herself. the whole team was sent to investigate. And she conducted an investigation, and she wrote a report. Now, after she was approached again by Mesuli Mlandu, after having been cleared in this report, she wanted to start again, and then we wrote to her and said, but advocate, you cannot review your own report. Then she wrote to the Hawks to investigate. And in the Hawks, I was cleared because the DPP refused to prosecute and said, but there's nothing here. And as a result, there was nothing. But I'm sitting with the report from the public protector that says, and it is important that we find it because it clears me. Now, as to the competency report, assessment, remember that when you get to the competency assessment, it's a document where they say to you, it's an exercise where they say to you, there's no right or wrong answer. This is just to look at your character and whether you are a strong person and which character you are. You don't really even need to spend time on this thing because there's no way you will get this thing right to say you are right or wrong. So I wrote what I wrote, and the result came the way they came and say, you can be suitable here and not here. That is what happened.
Why pass on my fail?
Well, I don't, it doesn't say you failed it like it's it's like whether you passed, what do you call it? Let me say it was not positive.
Why pass on my fail?
Okay, let me say I failed.
Okay.
This situation, how many?
I do not recall the number.
Was it 2 or 10 or 20?
I do not recall the number.
That bad, doctor?
Thank you.
I'm asking, it's a question, is it that bad that you can't recall whether it's 2 or 10 or 20?
Remember, ma'am, I'm running 26 departments, and each and every department we have, in police only, we have more than 3,005 officials. How do I remember all these things? I don't remember. I don't recall. And obviously, I cannot be forced to say a number that I don't know.
I appreciate.
And I don't want to lie to the commission, to be honest.
Indeed.
Do you know Brown Mkhotsi?
I know Brown Mkhotsi.
How do you know him?
Brown Mkhotsi, I know him as an activist in Northwest, but I didn't know him. I also Googled him and I saw him at some point. He was commenting and making it was an interview, but relating to the former premier and Gauteng, former premier of Northwest, and he also contacted me. Remember that he would also collect some information there around there, what is going on, whether be it the tender-related corruptions there or concerns that he had, and then also he ended up also aiding the fact that look, I just also want to warn you that you must know that the intelligence people are working on you. They are busy in your case after you. I knew about it, and then he was just telling me something that I was aware of. And I even spoke to the National Commissioner about it at some point. I said, NASCOM, I know I just got this strange call from this person. He says he's Brown. I didn't know Brown Mkhotsi, but he said he's Brown. And then we were leaving his office, and the National Commissioner said, well, let's keep on listening to him and let's hear what he says. And I didn't entertain it further.
Well, what is your relationship, if any, with Brown Mkhotsi?
No, Senior Counsel, just before you proceed, General, are you saying that he called you?
Called me. You called me, Chair.
And informed you that the intelligence people are listening to you or are investigating you?
Yes, Chair, and that was the case.
Without you having had a discussion with him before about a matter like that?
Yes, Chair.
Okay.
I had not even met him, not even once. Even my records can show.
But he phoned you?
He did call me.
So his phone will show that? His phone will show that he phoned you?
Yes, the record can indicate that. The records are there, they should be there.
Yeah. So how does he get your number? I mean, a senior person like you in the police, I'm sure a lot of our citizens would want to phone higher up sometimes when they're frustrated because a crime is not being addressed or followed up, or solved, and then they want to phone higher up. Now, you don't know this guy?
Council, I don't know this guy. I never contacted him.
Have you ever received any money from Mr. Vusi Matlala, or him personally, directly, or any of his companies?
No, but
It's a yes or no.
The part just might be interesting.
no, let me say.
Okay, I'll allow you the batch.
Let me relate the relations. Yes, we had dinner, we had lunch, suppers. In fact, we're talking now. You see, sometimes he'll give me money for petrol, or sometimes he'll borrow money from me. Saying I'm lang mali petrol, can you give me 500 rand, 300 rand? It's those monies. But we use, as I've said to you, we're beginning to be that close now, talking every day and meeting and discussing. Even after these failed things, he was never negative to me.
There you are. South Africans cope with humor, and honestly, the creators did not disappoint. So comment which clip you think won the internet. See you in the next one.